got it.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to MANIACITV, man. Today, we got a video I wanted to do a couple of weeks ago when this first dropped. We got my thoughts. Yes, my thoughts on the 2021 XXL freshman class, man. So listen, once again, a disclaimer, these are just my thoughts and opinions. Not everyone has to agree with them. So before I get the people in the comment section coming at me because I don't like their favorite artists, these are just my thoughts. Now I'm not going to spare any feelings. I'm going to be 100% real with y'all because that's all I can be on this channel, man. I ain't going to beat around the bush and try to just say things just to make everybody feel good. So we're going to start it off like this, man. This has been a very controversial cover. A lot of people don't agree with it. Myself, I feel like XXL missed out on a lot of gems. But we gonna start it off like this, man. Morray. Or Morray. Morray. However you say his name, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just now starting to get into his music. I discovered him off of that J. Cole and 21 Savage song on J. Cole's album. I think he's a really dope artist. I actually listened to a few more of his songs. You know, I think he's a humble dude. He actually reached out to me. You know, he said he, rocked with the reaction. He was in the comments. So he rocked with the reactions. And I feel like he's a dope dude, man. I think as long as he stays consistent, I feel like he can have longevity in the game, man. Moving on. So I think Morray was actually a good artist, man. He actually produced a lot of numbers this past year. So moving on. Dior. Now, Dior, man. I feel like he is this year's Lil Key to last year. If y'all been subscribed to my channel, man, listen, I gave Lil Key hell last year. But I feel like Dior is the Lil Key to this XXL class. Now, don't get me wrong, I've never listened to his music, so I don't know. I can't judge him, but just, they say never to judge a book by its cover, man, but look at this dog. Look at Dior, man. You can't tell me this dude don't look like that 2017 that SoundCloud era, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp era that I'm glad is over. Man, that was the worst time for music. Man, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, Playboy Cardi. Man, freaking kids were getting famous. What was that, Lil Tay? Man, what was going on in that era? That was a dark era of music. It was only, it was 5 gems produced from that era. X, Lil Uzi Vert, Trippie Redd, Ski Mask the Slump God, and towards the end of the era, Juice WRLD. Those were the only 5 that I say that era produced that actually, that was actually dope, in just my opinion. Dior, like I said, I never heard any of his music, but please don't bring back that 2017 bullshit. Please don't. I'll give him a chance though. I will give him a chance in his freestyles and in the cypher to see, if he can bring it, man. So listen, moving on. Lakeyah. Now I've seen a lot of things, people saying, who is this? Who is she? Who is Lakeyah? Now, Lakeyah is actually from my hometown, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She just got signed to Quality Control, I want to say the end of last year. She's dope, man. If y'all actually check her music out, man, she actually got that Detroit sound in a way. A lot of rappers from Milwaukee actually kind of use that sound, like that Detroitish type of sound. She got that, man. So if y'all like that, check her out. She got some dope freestyles. She got bars, most definitely, man. So, I'm excited to see what she can bring in the cypher as well, man. Moving on to my guy, DDG. DDG, man, Daryl. It's about time DDG made this list, boy. Man, DDG should have been on this list last year, but you know what? I'm glad they didn't put him on it last year because this is the perfect time. His music is at the level that he used to always wish it could be. He used to talk about this in the vlogs all the time, that he wanted his music to be popping the way it is now. This is the perfect time to capitalize on it. DDG is definitely going to bring a lot of eyes to this year's XXL, man, because, he has a huge fan base. I think it's well-deserved. It's about time DDG starts getting recognized, and I feel like this is just the first step to a lot of people, looking at him as more than just a YouTube rapper, whatever that is. Like, why people try to categorize him and box him in as just that, I think this is gonna do him a big thing. And DDG's got an incredible work ethic. I know he's just gonna, just take this and just go right to the freaking moon with this shit, man. I'm telling you, DDG ain't gonna slow down. Moving on, man. 42 Dugg. My nigga. My nigga, 42 Dugg, man. Listen, well deserved. I would have said he should have made it last year. I feel like We Paid did a ton of numbers, and then the other feature he had with Lil Baby did a ton of numbers, man. But listen, better late than never. 42 Dugg most definitely deserves it. I would actually like to see Lakeyah, DDG, and 42 Dugg in the cypher together, man. You know, that little bit Milwaukee and Detroit sound mixed together into a cypher, boy. That should be so motherfucking fire, boy. But yeah, 42 Dugg most definitely deserve it, man. Moving on, Ruby Rose. Now, this is the one where a lot of people saying, like, why? And I'm going to be real, man. Ruby Rose shouldn't be on this list. She shouldn't be on this list. I respect her as an artist. I respect her progression, and she is getting better. We react to some of her stuff here on the channel. She's getting better, but she should definitely not be on this list. Especially if you look at years past, man, artists like Young M.A. T. Grizzly weren't even on the list, and they had a bigger impact in their career than Ruby Rose got right now. Ruby Rose makes the list, but Fredo Bang doesn't. Hot Boy doesn't. Man, I could name a ton of artists. We react to a lot of artists on this channel. I could name at least 15 artists that should be on this cover over Ruby Rose. Now, don't take this as me bashing her. I know it sounds like that, but still, she should not be on this list, man. She hadn't even been rapping. I don't even think she's been rapping a year. But then again, she could prove all of us wrong when the freestyles drop and when the ciphers drop. She can prove all of us wrong. But as of right now, this is my stance. She should not be on this list. She should not be on this list at all. Like, I didn't even really, I don't know. I don't think she should be on this list, man. I really don't. Moving on, Blxst. Blxst, I'm a little familiar with Blxst. I checked him out on some collabs he did with Bino from the West Coast, man. So Blxst, I think I gotta hear more of him to really determine if this is a good pickup for XXL, man. But definitely reading the comments under, when they announced him as a freshman, he actually got a lot of support, man. So, like I said, I only probably heard like one or two, I wouldn't even say songs from him. I would say features that he was on. But he's a dope artist, man. So moving on, Pooh Shiesty, man. Pooh Shiesty's gonna bring that star power to this class for sure, man. Pooh Shiesty pretty much ran last year. He's running this year. He is doing his thing, man. He going crazy for sure, man. And I feel like if they didn't put Pooh Shiesty on it this year, next year Pooh Shiesty would be I think he would become too big for XXL next year. So this is actually a really good choice by them to put Pooh Shiesty on this cover, man. So definitely a good choice. Moving on, Flo Milli. Now, Flo Milli, I heard probably a couple of her songs. She definitely got a huge fan base, but just based off of the couple that I heard, she is dope. I do need to hear more just to be sure, but she is dope. And shout out to all the ladies on it this year, man, because this is 4 females on XXL. This is something I don't think has ever happened before. I remember a time when it wasn't no females on XXL. I may not agree Ruby Rose shouldn't be on this list, but I respect it because the culture is continuing to move forward, man. They're changing the mode of women just being looked at as video vixens to now being, just as good as the guys, but Ruby Rose is still to be proven, but still, y'all get the point. Y'all get the point, man. So shout out to all the females. Shout out to the ladies on this year's freshman class, man. But like I said, Flo Milli, whatever cypher Flo Milli is going to be in, I feel like she's definitely going to, I think she's going to stand out in it, man. So I'm excited to see what she can bring. Coi Leray. Pull up in that. Now, Coi Leray, man. That No More Party song. I would have said that it's too soon for her to be a XXL freshman, but then again, like you got to look at last year's list. Jack Harlow. Last year's list had a lot, man. Listen, I ain't even gonna get it. That's a video for another time. But Jack Harlow last year, when What's Poppin' came out, I think What's Poppin' came out in January 2020, and he made the XXL class of 2020. But other years, like you look at some artists, like they have their breakout song that same year. They have that breakout song that year, but they get overlooked for XXL that year. You know, I don't know if XXL switching it up. I don't know if her label, you know, probably paid a little more or whatever to get her on this list. But I think it's definitely, you know, I think it's deserved. No More Parties is an anthem right now. It's definitely going crazy out there, man. So Coi Leray on XXL, I think it's a good choice. Her ad lib is gonna be crazy in the cipher though. And finally, man, my guy Toosii, man. Toosii definitely deserves it. He worked his ass off in 2020. I ain't even gonna lie. He went so hard in 2020. He dropped so much in 2020 and still dropping like crazy this year. I feel like Toosii is an artist I feel like is going to be around for a while just based off of how versatile he is. His storytelling, his pain, his flexing in his music, whatever he does, he can do it all. He's really the total package. And I feel like Toosii on this list, man, it's going to be good, man. I feel like XXL low-key kind of messy for putting Toosii, DDG, and Ruby Rose in the same class, having them all in the same building. Hopefully they don't put them all in the same cipher, man. So, I mean, out of this, how many is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Out of 11, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 11 are definite. They deserve to be on this list, man. Once again, just my opinions. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion, man, and y'all entitled to it. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, man. Sound off, man. Do y'all feel like XXL got it right this year? I know when I posted the initial magazine cover, a lot of y'all was saying that it was trash. Like, what the fuck is this? But the biggest, and I want to say this before I even end this video, the biggest travesty of this list is no Fredo Bang. Like I said, I can name a lot of artists, man, but I think Fredo Bang should have been on this list, man. And I thought for sure this last year, I'm like, man, okay, Fredo opening doors, you know, he ain't blackballed no more, you know, he's collabing with huge artists, you know, but I guess it's still some aspects of the industry that's trying to keep him down. You know, they like, oh, well, you know, he did this in his past. You know how these companies be working, man. They love to use these rappers' past against them. And, you know, you look at a lot of these rappers that's been on XXL, they have criminal history, but I think they just kind of pick and choose. They don't want to get on anybody's bad side by putting, you know, certain people on the list because they don't want to, you know, anger certain. I don't know, man. You know how funny the industry is. Fredo Bang should have been on this. We already know that, man. He should have been where Ruby Rose is. Fredo should have been there. That's just my opinion. But, you know, I hope Fredo proves them wrong, honestly. I hope, you know, they try to get Fredo on the list next year, and I hope he turn their ass down, honestly, to keep it a buck with y'all, man. But like I said, y'all sound off y'all thoughts and opinions on this list down below, man. If y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me, want daily reaction videos, man, hit that subscribe button for me. Until the next video, I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching MANIACITV. I'm out.
I ain't gotta do too much. I swear that these niggas, they be doing too much. I ain't gotta